Here's Clark. For 29 points, gets tripped up. I want to welcome in our Ion audience who are watching Minnesota and Dallas. Indiana Fever in the Chicago Sky here from Wintrust Arena. The Fever have really stretched out this one in the second half as we look at Diamond DeShields and Caitlin Clark. And Diamond with 3 fouls against Caitlin. And they're going to go and look at this one.
Mabry doubled off to Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench. And Clark.
Like, you have seen players in our league try to like toughen up Caitlin. We call her CC. For even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like, I get it to a certain extent. And like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year, and like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like, actually, it's just too much.
Off the bounce.
I'm sick of watching Caitlin getting attacked. If the league doesn't step up and protect her, things are going to get ugly real fast.
All right, so you clicked because you saw the words WNBA rigged and probably thought, okay, here we go, another wild sports conspiracy theory. But before you roll your eyes and write this off as just another batch of internet tinfoil hat talk, let's be honest. We've all complained.
Watch when Caitlin Clark is trying to create some space. It looked like she just got hit in the eye there.
Ooh, and Marina Mabry. I missed that one, Idona.
Oh, I missed that one too.
About bad calls before. We've all blamed the refs after a loss. That's sports. But this time, the whispers are louder, the receipts look uglier, and the allegations? They're not just about incompetence. They're about manipulation from the top. And if that's true, then what's been happening to Caitlin Clark isn't bad luck or rookie hazing. It's deliberate. And the silence from the league? That might...
Taking a shot following the pass to Boston. Clark in pain after she caught that fingertip in the eye or right around it from Carrington with no whistle.
It might not be neglect, it might be policy. The common belief is simple. Officiating mistakes happen. Sometimes your team benefits, sometimes it doesn't. And in the WNBA, the growing pains of a league still trying to grab national attention mean you give the refs a little grace.
Hey, excuse me. For those of us, like, I don't see you on a night-to-night basis. What is your description of kind of the physical battle that Caitlin particularly faces, maybe within tonight's game or just in general as you've gotten used to coaching her, just what you see she's enduring physically?
Are you trying to get me fined again?
I am not.
Yeah, I mean, there's a level of physicality that they're able to play with against her. You know, I knew it as an opponent, and I see it as her coach. And you know, I'm not exactly sure why, but it just is what it is. And we've got to help her.
The contrarian take? That grace has been weaponized. That what fans have been dismissing as human error could actually be calculated interference, coordinated from the commissioner's office itself. The proof? Well, it starts with a leaked audio recording, one that allegedly ties Commissioner Kathy Engelbert to a quiet roster of referees on, let's just say, special payroll, bribes, kickbacks, consulting bonuses after controversial games, even mysterious travel stipends. This isn't just about protecting star players. It's about handpicking who gets crowned and who gets crushed. And the player at the center of this storm is Caitlin Clark, the rookie whose stardom is propping up the league even as she gets battered game after game. So here's the plan. We're going to unpack exactly how these accusations tie back to Clark's treatment, look at the games that scream predetermined, and see why one player in particular keeps getting the royal treatment while the league's most bankable name gets thrown to the wolves. Then, we're going to talk about the money, because if there's one thing that explains sports corruption, it's the green stuff. And finally, we're going to ask the question the WNBA doesn't want anyone asking. If trust in the refs and leadership collapses, what's left to hold this league together? Let's start with the second biggest piece of this puzzle, the games themselves. You could go back to Clark's rookie season and start building a highlight reel of no calls so glaring, you'd think the officials were allergic to blowing the whistle in her favor. Take the Fever versus Liberty game, final seconds, high tension, timeout over. Sophie Cunningham throws the ball straight to Clark. She's got one shot to tie it, but before she can even get set, she's stripped hard. Obvious contact, obvious foul, but nothing. The refs swallowed their whistles like they were getting paid by the minute. The Liberty walk away with the win, and Clark's team walks away empty-handed. Was it just a missed call? Maybe. But when moments like this pile up in high-stakes games, it stops feeling like coincidence and starts feeling like choreography, and it's not an isolated moment. Game 2 of the playoffs against the Connecticut Sun? 3 minutes in, Clark goes for a deep three. Dana Bonner collides with her midair. Clear imbalance, no whistle. Later, against Seattle, Easy Eye Magbeger knocks her sideways, setting a screen. Again, no call. Even her drives to the basket, which are fast, aggressive, and usually draw fouls for other players, seem to be open season for contact with no referee intervention. This isn't physical play being let go for both teams. It's one player getting hit, and the refs acting like they didn't see it. Oh, here's the rehook. Why is the WNBA treating the player who's literally breaking their viewership records like she's disposable? Clark's absence from any game visibly dents ratings. Her lowest drawing game still quadruples the audience of some so-called MVP matchups. And yet, amid all the bruises and silent whistles, another player, Las Vegas Aces Aya Wilson, seems to be gliding through without a scratch. That brings us to the best point, the favoritism angle. When the Fever played the Aces, it was like watching a masterclass in how to stack the deck. Wilson went to the free throw line 13 times, nearly the same as the entire Fever roster combined. And it wasn't just quantity, it was timing. Every time Indiana started to mount a comeback, a whistle would magically appear to halt momentum. If you're trying to crown a league face, this is how you do it. You feed her points, protect her from fouls, and market her as untouchable. The problem? The numbers don't lie. A recent Aces game against Connecticut drew only 100,000 viewers. That's not just bad for a supposed marquee matchup, it's embarrassing. Meanwhile, Clark's games blow past 500,000 viewers without breaking a sweat. The WNBA's stubborn choice to push Wilson as the queen while sidelining the player that actually moves the needle? That's either delusion or deliberate sabotage. Now, let's loop in the money. Sports betting is bigger than it's ever been, and in a game where one call can flip the outcome, the margins are enormous. History's already shown us this isn't some far-fetched theory. Remember Tim Donaghy, the NBA ref who went to prison for feeding inside picks on games he was officiating? He claimed he never fixed outcomes, but somehow his co-conspirators placed bets almost exclusively on games he worked, and they won. A lot. If it could happen in the NBA, why wouldn't it happen in the WNBA, especially now with growing attention and higher stakes? You've got refs tied to Engelbert's alleged off-book payments, officiating some of the most controversial no-calls in the league, and fans who are smart enough to put 2 and 2 together. That's a powder keg. And yet, Engelbert hasn't said a word. Not a press conference. Not a denial. Not even a PR safe. We take these allegations seriously. Silence might be a legal strategy, but to fans, it looks like guilt. It's no wonder some are already calling for her resignation, or for Adam Silver and the NBA to take over WNBA leadership entirely. That might sound extreme, but desperate times, desperate measures. Under NBA oversight, refs would be held accountable, leadership would get a reset, and fans might finally feel like their voices matter again. Here's the framing. This isn't just about Caitlin Clark versus Aya Wilson, or about one bad call at the end of a game. It's about whether the WNBA can convince fans the league is legitimate. Because once trust is gone, the damage isn't just to ticket sales, it's to sponsorships, player loyalty, and the league's entire future. A brand built on empowerment can't survive if people believe the competition is fixed. Sponsors don't want their logos next to a rigged product. Players won't risk their careers in a league that rewards politics over performance. And fans? They'll just stop showing up. Let's be real, the WNBA's at a crossroads. Either it cleans house now, publicly, and starts rebuilding trust from the top down, or it risks becoming another cautionary tale in sports corruption history. Fans are angry, the internet's on fire, and the more the league stays silent, the faster this spreads. If the people running it don't get ahead of the story will run them over. And here's the thing, You can market all the sisterhood, resilience, and empowerment hashtags you want. But if the product on the floor doesn't feel fair, none of that matters. People watch sports for the competition, not the choreography. The WNBA's future depends on whether it can prove it's still the former. So, will they fix it? Or will they crumble in the silence they've chosen so far? Stick around, because something tells me we haven't even hit the peak of this storm yet, and when the truth comes out, it's going to change everything. And while you're here, make sure you're plugged in for the next update, because this story, it's just getting warmed up.